pretty well guarantee a person if he's getting an early, if he's getting an early dissection or an early interview, you start to do that thing. If you can get that thing in there and give it about 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months to grow, and it will grow, and it'll aggregate vascular flow, which is coming from the wall of the aorta itself. You can control that, and you can still not fenestrate with it. And that's a pretty important part of this technology. But what it comes down to, very simply, is that in doing this, you've got to have a lot of help. You got to have these guys because there are 8 or 10 or 12 different companies. They all work in this stuff, and that's part of the competitive spirit. And that's why that's the only way you get it is you have free competition without too much restraint. Although it's got to be responsible too. You can't just put something in and hope for it. And I'm afraid that some of the stuff, not too much in this area, but in some of the areas, particularly my favorite difficulty. And I can tell you this this is not totally uncommon. My favorite difficulty is with these guys that all of a sudden they decide they're going to do something robotically. I've had 4 or 5 patients I know had a robotic, and damn it, it killed him. That's what happened to Mister. The boys over in Illinois. What's his name? Ted Banker. The guys decided to take out a kidney tumor. Either they used robotic or they use what they call minimally invasive, which is with the endoscopic, to a couple of scope things like you had that done. If you're having a cartilage in your knee fixed, you get to care less. You're going to have a difficulty. You might disable your knee if you did control the bleeding or what have you, or you chipped off more bone that you should have, or took out some good cartilage where you should leave the cartilage that's good, leave it behind. But as soon as they get into doing that, the guy sits here in 10 or 12 or 15 feet. All the operating rooms over. He's busy doing this. He does not have the access to especially with problems. Now, John, that is between you and me. John told me about this stepdaughter that he has acquired as a result of marrying Joanne. You heard about her bleeding problem?
No.
Okay, you didn't hear about it. Okay, because it was a private thing. So somewhere along the line, they had told me that this girl had an ovarian cyst and that she's going to have the cyst removed, and then that would take care of her problem. And they were quite sure it was not a cancer, but they only knew for sure they couldn't identify it either endoscopically. They had to get a specimen out of there. There's almost no way to do a specimen other than